If you run a remodeling business, there is a good chance you have wasted hours and gallons of gas chasing bad leads, inspecting half done projects, or returning to a job site because a client says something doesn't look right. And it's not that you're doing anything wrong, it's that the traditional workflow of most remodeling companies wasn't built for speed, scalability, or modern expectations. It was built for face-to-face conversations, handshake deals, and project managers who never sleep. But today, your clients expect Amazon level convenience, and your team can't be everywhere at once. And that's where LiveSwitch comes in. A video and AI platform designed specifically for tradespeople, not tech bros. And it solves one of the biggest time wasters in your business, trying to see what's happening without actually being there. So let's break down how this technology is actually transforming three critical parts of your business: estimating, project management, and quality control. Now, what is LiveSwitch and why should you as a remodeler even care? Well, first of all, I got introduced to LiveSwitch a few weeks ago when I interviewed James Hatfield, the Chief Revenue Officer for LiveSwitch, on the Digital Remodeler podcast. And I was so intrigued by this new technology that I had to check it out for myself. So we actually became one of their brand ambassadors after he described it on the podcast, and I saw a live demo of it. It is one of the coolest pieces of technology that I've seen. So I'm going to talk you through it today, and then also in our show notes and here below the video, you're going to have a link where you can actually request a live demo of LiveSwitch. See it for yourself. James is actually probably going to be the person who will demo it for you. So not only are you going to have the privilege of seeing it work, you're going to have nobody other than the Chief Revenue Officer of the company demo this for you. So pretty cool. So anyway, let's talk about this. What is LiveSwitch and why should you care? LiveSwitch is a remote video inspection and communication tool built for field-based businesses like construction, like remodeling, HVAC, plumbing, moving companies, any use case you can think of out in the field. LiveSwitch was made for that. But here's the thing. It's not Zoom. It's not FaceTime. It's not another app your customer has to download. Here's actually how it works. You send a link via text to a homeowner or one of your crew members. They click the link and they launch a secure video session with no downloads. So you see exactly what they see. Capture the footage, take still images, you can annotate the images, you can even laser point objects, all from your desktop or a mobile browser. Now here's the cool thing. Everything is recorded, it's time-stamped, and it's stored in the cloud. Then AI analyzes the footage to assist with diagnostics, estimation, documentation, and training. Now, this is military-grade technology that has been adapted for the trades. In fact, the Department of Defense uses it, and now your remodeling business can use it. So let's take a look at a couple of use cases here. So let's start with estimating. You can stop driving across town for tire kickers. You can figure out if this is even worth your time before you ever jump in the car. So how many free estimates have actually cost you money? So if you've ever driven 45 minutes to a job site only to find out the customer was just getting quotes, you already understand the pain of needing to qualify a lead before you show up in person. So with LiveSwitch, you can send a quick video link to the prospect, have them walk you through the space using their smartphone, ask some pre-qualifying questions, take photos, record the session, let AI help you identify the job scope and required materials, and here's the result. You create instant trust because you've already had a face-to-face video creating a personal connection with the prospect. You've got faster close times because you can bid the same day, sometimes even during the call if the job is not overly complex. And you've got less wasted time because you will know whether or not it is worth driving out to the homeowner's home to make an on-site estimate. And everybody has lost a job to a competitor because they got there faster. This is one of the things that James and I talked about on our interview. LiveSwitch gives you the speed to win without burning fuel or hours. And if the job's too small, you may even close it without ever having to step on site. Now here's another use case for you, project management. You can oversee more jobs without stretching your team thin. The truth is, your project manager can't be on 5 job sites at once, but LiveSwitch can. So one of the biggest bottlenecks in scaling your remodeling company is project visibility. So once your crews are on site and you're juggling multiple jobs, how do you ensure that there is consistency, accountability, and client satisfaction? Well, LiveSwitch is going to enable you to do virtual job site walkthroughs. You can do real-time issue resolution without having to travel to the job site. You could do remote check-ins with your subs or your junior techs. And you can share project timelines with both before and after photos. Now here's something really cool you can do with LiveSwitch. You can even embed QR codes on job sites for your subs or your clients to scan and upload walkthroughs, change orders, or progress updates, keeping everything organized in the cloud. And the AI can automatically categorize the images and videos, transcribe the conversations, flag incomplete work or safety issues, and summarize tasks and change orders. So now your project manager doesn't have to drive 30 miles to answer a drywall question. They can resolve it from the office and move on to the next high value task. So they are focusing on the highest and best use of their time and working more efficiently. And then you've got quality control, protecting yourself and delighting your client. Because video records keep everyone honest and they keep the callbacks low. So your company's reputation is only as good as your last job. So when something goes wrong or when a client thinks something went wrong, you need a way to prove what happened. With LiveSwitch, every session gets recorded, it gets time-stamped, and it gets stored securely. You're able to replay client walkthroughs or team meetings. Your subcontractors can submit proof of work before they get paid, and clients can submit callback requests with video 24/7. Now, even better, you can brand QR codes with your logo and leave them behind inside cabinets or closets. So when a customer has a question or complaint, they scan the code and launch a video call. No guessing, no blaming, just a fast resolution. Think of it like an NFL replay system for your remodeling jobs. This is the way James Hatfield put it. It protects you, your team, and your customer. So let me give you a couple of real-world use cases that James gave me in our podcast interview that are really going to blow your mind here. These are some examples of how contractors are already using LiveSwitch that he was able to give me off the top of his head. He had an HVAC technician come to his house to diagnose a drain clog in 30 seconds. So the tech walked in to a leaky attic, clicked on the LiveSwitch link. The AI instantly identified the issue, clogged drain line. The AI provided a 7-step resolution, including the tools needed. The tech followed the instructions, solved the issue, and avoided a second trip. He gave me another scenario. Mold that was discovered in a garage ceiling. The customer was unsure if it was water damage or mold. So the walkthrough video was analyzed by AI. LiveSwitch generated the remediation steps, the safety precautions, and the product list needed to clean it up. The contractor closed the job faster with clearer expectations. Another scenario he gave us was a cabinet refinish quote, and the vendor never had to leave the shop. Client shows the cabinets over video. The estimator counts the units, assesses the wear, and delivers the quote instantly. The job is booked without travel. These are not gimmicks. They are time and money saving solutions happening right now. When we onboarded with LiveSwitch, the rep that onboarded us from LiveSwitch shot a video in his home office, and we programmed the AI to act as a moving company. So it took the video of his office, it did a complete inventory of his office, told me how many boxes we would need, how much bubble wrap, and gave us a complete inventory, boxes needed, tape needed, bubble wrap needed, and gave us a complete scenario as a moving company of what we would need to move his office. When I demonstrated this platform to my business partner, I had him shoot a video inside of his office, and he is a big science fiction fan, Comic-Con fan, and so all of his Star Wars posters and all of his comic book stuff is on the wall in front of his desk, and the AI picked up on all of that. And again, we used the moving company scenario, and so it was telling us about all the special care we would need to use in handling all of those pictures. It also noted the trip hazard in his office next to the door, and told us to take special caution with that trip hazard. So it's a very intuitive, very smart AI, and something you're going to want to see when it's demonstrated to you. You can program the AI to your specific use case as a remodeler, and you'll know what you need based on your specific remodeling specialization. So very cool. You definitely are going to want to use the link to schedule that demo, and that's below the video, or if you're listening to the podcast, it's going to be in the show notes. Now let's talk about data security and CRM integration and how simple this is to use. So you may be asking the question, is this safe? Can your team use this? Here's the breakdown for you. So this is enterprise grade security, and this is way over my head. Maybe you'll understand this, but this is what James explained to me in our interview. This is SOC 2 certified, used by the Department of Defense. There is no data stored on user devices, and the video sessions are encrypted. It is plug and play for CRM. It works with Jobber, ServiceTitan, JobNimbus, HubSpot, Go High Level, and many more of the common technology platforms that we are using today. Zapier. There are no apps to download. Customers receive a text link, one tap, and they go live. So it's very easy, very intuitive for homeowners to use, and very powerful for you to use as well. And then you can use it across your whole business. So it's not just for estimators. You can use it for sales to qualify and quote remotely. You can use it for your project managers to monitor jobs without travel. You can use it for your subs to submit proof of work. Use it for customer service to handle your callbacks visually. Use it for marketing, for recordings to build case studies and to train new hires. Here's what you need to understand. LiveSwitch is your AI-powered assistant across the board without having to hire another person. Now, if you haven't watched my full interview with James Hatfield, definitely watch that. We've got a link below here in the video description, or if you're listening to the podcast, it's also in the description for the podcast. Take a listen to that, hear what he has to say, and then if you are ready to see LiveSwitch in action, imagine quoting a job in minutes, managing 5 sites from your laptop, reducing your callbacks, all with one tool. Let's be real. You didn't start your business to be stuck in traffic or chasing down contractors. So let LiveSwitch do some of the heavy lifting for you so you can lead, grow, and scale smarter. Be sure and click the link so you can schedule that demo. And like I said, you're probably going to have James doing the demo for you. And he is the person who is going to be able to answer the questions for you. He is really the dreamer behind this technology, and he'll be able to answer any questions you have. So as always, thanks for tuning into this episode. If we can help you figure out how AI works with your remodeling business, schedule your strategy session with us at Remodeling Marketing Team. You can do that at remodelingmarketingteam.com/get-started. And as always, thanks for tuning in to this episode. I look forward to speaking with you on our next episode.